Are you looking for different ways to really, get the products in your house to be healthier? If so, today we're going to talk about plastics and how to swap out some different substitutes. I'm Dr. Jen Anaker with Anaker Clinics of Chiropractic. Plastic, it's really great for multiple reasons. Why to start to, take out, remove, again, replace some of the things that you might find that you're using that have plastics in them. Specifically, we're going to talk a little bit more about things that you use for either food preparation or preservation. And so plastics, why they are not good for your body is that oftentimes the plastic will leak into the food, and the BPA can be a hormone disruptor. And so we need those hormones, male or female, young or old, we need those things throughout our life to be healthy. And the last thing we want is more disruption into our body. So first we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things to substitute as far as, maybe kind of that classic saran wrap or ways that you're preserving food. And so let's take a look at some of the things that you can swap out for that. So first off, you can always switch to like a tin container and or glass containers because again, yes, I said about it leaching into it. It can do that just by being around it, but also heating up. This one maybe not heat up, but certainly you can heat. And these, I use them in my convection oven when I'm heating food up. So it's a great way to be able to preserve it, but also to be able to heat food up as well. Now let's say maybe you've got snacks that you're want to bring to work, or the kids are putting in their lunch boxes. These are called lunch skins, and you can get those on different sites. If you just look up healthy ways to use different products, you're going to find a lot of different sites. This one is also one that is made out of silicone that you can use as well. So these are two great ways if you have snacks. Another one is, let's say, if you want to kind of, again, that classic saran wrap where you want to cover a dish in your fridge. This is beeswax. So when you apply heat around the edges, it'll cup around that bowl. Fruits and vegetables are easier. I wouldn't really do it with meat. You can wash these off. Cold water and soap is great, but beeswax is another great way to use instead of saran wrap. Now, I'm just going to grab a couple of things here. So also just to show you when you have, preparing fruits and vegetables, then what do you do if you have like half of an avocado? This is one that I use that can just wrap around the avocado. This is another one that I have that's new. These are called Food Huggers, and that's the brand. And so these are, oh, and I just threw it. That's fun. So you can put half of the avocado and just, lock it into there. So that's easy enough. And then there's different ones that are different shapes. There's one that's smaller than this. But these Food Huggers, you can put like half of an onion, or I have one that's even smaller than this that I didn't bring along, but that you could put a cucumber in. So just great ways that you don't need to use the saran wrap. Now we're going to switch gears and we are going to talk about cutting boards. So that plastic cutting board, when you're cutting it and putting a chip in it or a dink in it, that then can allow that plastic to be exposed or released. And so again, we don't want that into our food. So two other options for cutting board is that you have your classic wooden cutting board, which is great for veggies. And then you also have the other option would be a glass cutting board, which could be easier for cutting meat. So these are a few suggestions on how to eliminate plastic and start making some switches. And you make these little changes and then they become big changes in the health of you and your family.